right, we're recording now.
We're recording. Yes. I forgot to put on my headphones.
Put on your headphones. John, we need you in these trying times.
Yeah. It's November. Christmas time has started.
Christmas time. John,
fuck you.
This is Mom Donnie's America now.
What?
Don't worry.
I'm a little concerned.
It's fine.
I don't know if I should be. I mean, I probably should be.
It's fine.
Okay.
Look, we don't live in New York. It doesn't matter.
That's fair. Bye, New York.
It's a hell of an energy in the studio today. Let me say.
I gotta get this Discord open so that I can get this script open.
I'm so proud of you.
So we're talking more about those little guys.
Little weirdos.
Yeah.
Wait
a second.
Bloods.
We haven't introduced ourselves.
No, we haven't.
Fuck, dude.
Hi, and welcome to Blank Bodies, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 tabletop and horror podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and I'm joined by our other host.
This host. The other one is John, and we are apparently fucking falling apart today.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, it's Sarah.
We're starting late. We have foreigners trapped in my house. It's...
Yeah.
The way you put that is wonderful.
You have foreigners and cripples in your house.
It's just a Scotsman, but still.
It's fine. I'm the cripple. Hi, it's Sarah. Anyways, Thinbloods, part 2. Woohoo!
Ooh, I just saw the little spot that says split here for part 2, just as you said that.
Yeah, I was trying to make things
wonderful.
Easier and do less for links, because we're dumb. Anywho, so if this is your first episode, hi, weird choice to start. Yeah. No worries, we're glad to have you on board. So we've been doing a series of deep dives on all of the clans for Vampire the Masquerade. All fucking 14, because Thinbloods are now a thing because of 5th edition.
Yes.
Oops.
We've been having the patrons who donate money to us decide what order we talk about the clans. This is the last one before we do the Hekata, because the Hekata are fucking weird and they completely broke the template I've been using for all of these episodes.
Thanks, jerks.
So fuck it.
They can wait.
So they're last. They'll be the start of 2026. It'll be a Hekata New Year. Fantastic. But I guess we're slowly sliding into a Thinblood holiday.
Christmas is a Thinblood holiday?
I guess Christmas.
Or Thanksgiving.
I mean, the holiday punch, though. Yeah. So the standard layout of the episode is, first episode, we talk about vibes, clan culture, disciplines, banes, all of that. If you want that for Thinbloods, click back one episode.
Hell yeah.
If we're doing part 2, which normally would be clan history, there fucking isn't any for Thinbloods, but oh boy, do they got other wacky bullshit.
It's because they just started existing.
Literally just started. So
They've never existed before now.
So this almost broke my format. So I was like, fuck. So kind of good it ended up being the last in the poll results.
That's fair, yeah.
So thank you, patrons.
Great job. Great job accidentally setting that up for us.
So we're going to talk about other shenanigans with Thinbloods as well as NPCs, which there's not really much because it's fine, and lore sheets. And the next episode is bonus episode with fun extra content about the Thinbloods. Don't worry about it. It's not ominous at all.
Never is.
Never is.
I don't think I can think of a single thing that a Thinblood has ever done that's been ominous.
Yeah. So content warning. Xenophobia, genocide, drug use and abuse, systemic violence, religious trauma, and now pregnancy issues.
I really love that followed up my previous statement.
Fantastic. Sources for this episode is the 5th edition core book, the Player's Guide, the Camarilla Anarch books, Gehenna War, Chicago Folio, Children of Blood, Blood Sigils, Sabbat, The Black Hound, Time of Thinblood, Becca's Jihad Diary, and Cults of the Blood Gods. Thin little amount of books because they're so fucking new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was nice, but I had to read a bunch of wacky bullshit, so huzzah. So we're going to start with something from the old system, because in the time of Thinblood, you had options to actually play a Thinblood for the first time instead of it being a weird, like, ooh, Thinbloods exist and that's going to bring Gehenna.
We should probably kill them all.
Yes. So basically, Thinblood syndrome is kind of what it was kind of known as, kind of.
Thinblood syndrome.
Well, it's the phenomenon of Thinbloods was so new that there were like vampires actually trying to study this and be like, is this actually the Thinbloods or is this some other bullshit? Are these just spicy caitiff? Who knows?
I mean, it's possible for them to be kind of both, right?
Yeah. So, and I think it's a valuable resource to pull into the new books if you get time with Thinbloods, because there's the research done by good old Dr. Netchurch.
Dr. Netchurch.
Our favorite, totally not nefarious Malkavian doctor who does experimentations on vampires. It's fine. Don't worry about
They're
it.
all consensual.
Weirdly, usually, yes.
Mhm.
Usually.
Usually.
Yeah.
Then they just get confused. They're still consensual, but not really consensual.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that they're
Well, if you don't sign the form,
consenting.
he's a Malkavian, you can just kind of do the brain etch a sketch and be like, sign the form.
Right, that's what
No.
I'm trying to say.
Chugga.
No, but you do sign the form.
And it's like, yeah, I guess I'll sign the form. So, so there's a lot of really interesting writing about thin blood as a syndrome or a condition, and it's not like thin bloods aren't real.
Yeah.
So if that's something you want to throw in your new game, it's just a funny.
Thin bloods ain't real.
Yeah, it's like a
The
conspiracy.
chemicals in the water. They're turning them into thin bloods.
I don't like Vampire Alex doing this. I hate this. Oh.
Them microplastics in the blood. It's making it thin out.
Microplastics in the blood might fuck up some thin blood alchemy shit, honestly.
That's a hilarious idea.
Depending on what you're doing. It's so funny.
You got a dyscrasia for sanguine,
Mm-hmm.
but they just have so many microplastics.
But
It
they're just
doesn't
so
work.
full of just plastic
Doesn't
like
work.
right in the gonads, fucking up the entire humor's balance. It's a nightmare. So
I like the idea of trying to find someone with a lot of microplastics in their blood so that you
For a
can...
specific alchemy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of good, actually.
well, it's like I need a specific like polyatholite in the blood for this to work.
That could also get very nefarious. Very funny, but also very nefarious.
Just
You
like
know,
start
just like-
breeding credit cards into the food.
Right, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Okay.
We
so,
cannot record afternoon, guys.
No, we can. It's fine. So this syndrome was basically a flaw that existed in the old system that you could buy. It was a 4-dot flaw, which was like a big fucking deal. Basically it boils down to the curse of Cain runs weakly in your blood, and while you suffer from the ill effects of vampires, from the need for blood to taking aggravated damage from the sun, you do not receive all of the compensating supernatural powers. Basically it's harder for you to be a vampire because everything's more expensive.
Oh, man.
And you're also weaker, and you can't embrace well. Sometimes it fucks up.
That's always a bummer.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you're totally a vampire. You can do an embrace like normal. You do it, and it's just like, I have a corpse. Shit.
This corpse smells like a vampire.
You've been hanging out with a lot of Nosferatu.
Smells like a corpse.
Yep. So, thing that I thought was interesting in reading the notes and the details from Dr. Netchurch is that he observed that those who are of higher generation, so therefore weaker, quote unquote, weaker blood, because they're further removed from Cain, were not always automatically thin-blooded, and those who might be classified as caitiff actually suffered from quote-unquote thin blood syndrome, or that there are many caitiffs that in fact were not thin-blooded at all.
No. They were just caitiffs.
Yeah, he just makes a note that's like, yeah, vampires are just kind of ageist.
I mean, isn't that obvious
Yeah.
at this point? Like, who's asking this question right now?
The scientists.
Okay.
Science is asking. But yeah, no, it's really interesting where he's going like, yeah, just when I started like actually studying these guys and like elevating, and like there's a whole chart that they make up about like how to rate the strength and the vitality of blood, and it's got an acronym. It's
What's the acronym?
I can look it up real quick. It's very funny. John, what are you doing? Why are you playing with the site?
I'm not playing with the
it's
site
called
currently.
the Vitae Efficiency Scale.
What a fucking
And it
nerd.
measures Vitae efficiency units.
What a fucking nerd. What do they count that as? Like, what is the unit of measurement that...
Vitae efficiency units, or VEUs, are units developed by the researcher Maxius of Tremere and Netchurch of Malkavian in order to measure the efficiency of vampires' vitae, the game mechanic known as a blood pool, in brackets. The research led to the conclusion that kindred of lower generation have more VEUs to expend than the thin-blooded who have to expend even more VEUs in order to activate the same natural abilities. So basically, the higher your VEU and...
The goopier your blood,
Yeah.
the thicker it is.
Yeah, the less of it you actually have to spend to do things.
Because it's so thick.
Yeah.
First of all, that's
so
kind of
funny.
neat. Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
It also just makes me want to go to this person and scream, fucking nerd, dude.
I mean, truly nerd.
Yeah,
Truly.
you could have at least thought of a cool name, not views. Man, that vampire's got a lot of views.
Yeah. But yeah, if you go to Time of Thinblood, it's chapter 2 where you get to read all of his little research notes, and it's I found to be it's a good way to understand the mindset of like actual like vampires as all of the stuff with Thinbloods is like really starting to pop off, and can maybe help people that are building stories to really understand like what the setting should be and like how new this is and how people don't understand what the fuck's going on. So there's a lot of room for activities for plot.
Activities!
Yes! Huzzah! Dr. Netrich studies did also indicate that vampires of lower generation have to use less blood to produce results. Yeah, I already said that. Moving on. Thinblood Alchemy, what we're here for.
Thinblood Alchemy.
Yeah. So if you're looking for the base rules for Thinblood Alchemy, it's in the core books, page 282 to 287. I did want to make a small note, one last little thing from Old World, which I think helps bolster for why do the Thinbloods have alchemy now? There was a concept of a type of Thinblood known as an interceptor in Old WoD, and you could play this per what rules are in the Time of Thinblood if you want to grab that as book material for a current game.
Okay.
So Interceptor are Thinbloods that are capable of creating their own unique disciplines.
Whoa.
Like a cative.
Okay.
These Thinbloods are extremely rare, and this ability, obviously is supposed to be in the hands of only like the eldest of vampires or somebody powerful enough to generate a bloodline. So the fact that some just rando Thinblood just like
I'm gonna do it.
I'm a wizard, Harry. Is fucking nuts. And apparently in the book they note that some Thinbloods are just so out of the loop on vampire culture and abilities and powers is they might be an interceptor and making disciplines and have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They just think it's part of vampire powers, or they don't even realize they're like a vampire fully. And they just think they're like a psychic or have magic powers or something.
Cool. Man, that one person bit me on the neck that one time. That was a weird night. Mm-hmm. But since then, I've been able to move shit with my brain.
Yeah. So
very catify.
It's very catify, and I think considering the timeline of like where Time of Thinblood happens in like the 90s and aughts, kind of bolsters okay, maybe enough of the Thinblood kind of interceptor types kind of got together and were like, okay, alchemy, this is what we decided. Which I was like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Little cohesive moment. Brewing Thinblood Alchemy is also referred to as cooking.
Great.
So if you want to get really Breaking Bad with your references, the time is now.
Yay.
Could you be less enthused?
I've never seen that show.
Really?
Yeah. I'm bad at watching TV
That's
shows.
fair, you are.
They're long.
Yeah.
They are long.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But yeah, getting back into it. So, Thinblood Alchemy as a discipline is supposedly exclusive to Thinbloods. Kind of.
Oops.
Hunter.
Sorry, I knocked over the sword spray.
You're good. Do you need it? Are you okay?
It should be okay, but I'll give it a squirt.
Ayo.
Maybe.
Maybe. Is it empty?
I think she's finally gone.
Damn.
I'm
Open
gonna
it
have to
and
get some
drink
more
some.
soothing throat spray immune support active responder.
Fucking R.I.P. Queen. First Dick Cheney and now this.
It's kind of just like an Underberg. Or Malort. Kind of alcoholic.
I don't know. I kind of like Underberg, though.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't like that.
So
you might like it more as a non-spray.
Straight from the tube?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You want to take a sip?
Are you
Straight
tricking
from the
me?
source?
No. There's
Oh,
anything
How
in
much
there.
is in there?
John, just do it. You're not going to.
There's a very
I know
little
I'm
amount.
going to. I'm just trying to measure how much I'm putting in my fucking face.
No, that's fair.
There's not a lot. There's just a little in a...
Do it. Knock it back like a shot. There you go.
Because I already did it.
It's so thick.
I do like it more as that than a spray, but...
Still not good?
stuck to the front of my tongue.
I hate that for you. So, back on it. So the thing that made me panic last night, because I was rereading the rules for Thinblood Alchemy. Other vampires can't study Thinblood Alchemy and like have knowledge about it. You can have occult Thinblood Alchemy. You could be like that's specialist hyperfixation for your
that's kinda
character, even if you're not a Thinblood. I wanted to note there is nothing in the core book that says that flat out that Thinblood Alchemy is only for Thinbloods. Comma asterisk. The book really heavily implies this, but it doesn't flat out say it.
Huh.
Talk to your ST.
Huh.
So that game we played in the server where I played a Thinblood and I dropped everything for Thinblood Alchemy when I got embraced or when I Diablerized into being a Lasombra.
Yeah.
I guess technically I didn't have to do that.
Huh.
We just thought we did, and now I've reread it. I'm like, technically,
No.
no, but I don't know what that would mean. That is talk to your ST.
Yeah,
I feel
because like, could a caitiff take it as one of their choices of disciplines?
That's the thing that's like kind of
caitiff
weird.
is like
yeah.
the best argument.
No,
I feel
caitiff
like
is the best argument because it's like technically caitiffs can take any discipline.
right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could see it if it was like extra difficult, like not just out of clan, but also like treat it like the old books did, like Caldinism,
Yeah.
where it's you actually have to have the dot in
Mhm.
or occult,
Mhm.
and then the specialty in Thinblood Alchemy, and you're not allowed to get anything above your dot value in the skill.
Yeah.
So you actually have to spend the XP on the skill, and then you still have to buy it out of clan as well.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to make it like extra complicated if you weren't a Thinblood.
Yeah,
you
or
know?
it's like it's more expensive to do it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could handle this, but it was just one of those where I was like, yeah, this is clearly like the only discipline that's exclusive to one clan, and then I read it and was like, never mind.
You can't use your own blood. It's too thick. You got to use Thinblood blood.
Oh, well, okay, we'll get into that. It's weird. It's weird. It gets weird. So yeah, the whole thing's weird. So how does an alchemy go? Alchemies are done with formulae, formulas of sorts. An alchemical formulae will include the blood of the alchemist, at least one rouse check's worth. Some formulae will ask for more rouse checks. Much like Magic the Gathering, you read the card and do what the fucking card says. So
Okay.
yeah. The other thing you'll need is blood of the correct resonance from a mortal human. If you want more information on blood resonances, episode 9, Dick Blood Medicine Woman from Blank Bodies covers that. If you just want to read the book, it's on page 226 in the core book. So, references.
Go forth and learn.
And then the other thing that's required is any other guff or processes required. Some formulae will only require blood, so just read the instructions. Other formulae will have ingredients and like special methods you need to use to make the thing go. Magic the Gathering rules, read the card, do what the card says.
Right.
I did want to note, better quality, rare, potent, magical, or player suggestive creative uses of ingredients can add a +1 or more to a distillation roll, which is the roll you use to make the formula go. Also want to note, low quality, common items, or fake magical item ingredients can subtract from your distillation roll. So if you're bad at haggling, and that hagstone is not actually a hagstone, you're fucked.
That's funny. I like it.
Also, the quality of your lab space or equipment can affect a distillation pool as well, especially if you're brewing the type where you're in a lab. There's types you don't have to do that, where maybe issues you have with people or your own body might affect your distillation roll. But
right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So the distillation roll itself is not always a static thing, and there's a lot of in-game incentives to like make sure you're maintaining your inventory.
Now, you said like creative uses. When you say that, like they don't necessarily have to have magical items or anything. They can literally just be like, okay, I'm trying to create a formula that will clean this area of blood. Okay, I'm going to mix my blood together. I'm going to get a Mr. Clean sponge. I'm going to get some bleach. I'm going to put it in one of those spinny mop buckets, right? I'm going to soak up the thing, drain it out, and then use that water as my formula, and then I'll drink it.
Potentially.
Is that creative enough, would you say?
Depending on the game and situation, that could do it.
Yeah.
You could also have friends that are like, hi, I'm really into chemistry, so I got knowledge. I'm like, oh, well, if I put this together and this together, or you've got friends that are like witchy and know spooky shit, or you have a friend that's just really funny, and is like, hey, I have an idea. This is just crazy enough to work.
Right.
Yeah, go for it.
Kind of depend on the character
give
and
him
all
a
that.
+1, yeah.
Cool.
I just like that it's like, no, it fluxes depending on, situations.
I like that.
Alchemies are brewed in one of 3 ways. When you do your character creation of your Thinblood, if you're doing an alchemist, you can pick up being an alchemist later in the timeline, but whenever you pick up Thinblood Alchemy, you gotta pick one of these 3 and you're locked in.
Okay.
There's Anathor Corpus, which is you brew it inside yourself, which means you slam all the chemicals inside your body, and through like weird Tai Chi strength powers, you force yourself to make it go.
I love that. I just recently saw a meme of, it was a guy dressed in like medieval times, and he says a Skyrim player after eating 57 ingredients, and it's just like a crunch, 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 and then like a huge wall of text shows up behind him, and he's just like, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Is it like that? For Thinblood stuff, you're just like, I'm going to drink these 3 things, and then I'm going to just squeeze my body really hard and then it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
You roll stamina plus alchemy is your base distillation roll.
I love it. It is literally just a I'm powering up.
You just Jim Bro your way through it by like layering like creatine and just whatever wacky shit.
Stomach is the cauldron.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. And
That's
there's
fun.
calcinado, which is you brew your alchemies inside somebody else.
Okay.
Basically, you through either the power of friendship or the power of gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, have mortal humans that you fill with ingredients, and then their bodies are the cauldron and the furnace, and their blood becomes the.
So you just drink off them, and it does the thing.
Yes.
Do you have to drink directly off them,
Yes.
or can you like get a blood bag of their blood so you can have it portable?
You're supposed to like drink it out.
Drink it off of them. Okay, cool.
Yeah. If you want to be a little bit more like, modern woman on the go, you'll be picking Fixiato. Oh, Calcinado is manipulation and alchemy.
Okay.
So that's the gaslight. That's the gaslight option.
Perfect.
Fixiato is laboratory. Crash, Dr. Frankenstein. Dexter's laboratory. Very Herbert West. This one you roll intelligence and alchemy.
Makes sense.
That's the one where you get to have like a little bandolier of, you can have, depending on your attribute ratings, you can have so many little vials like prepped on your person, and they can have so many in storage. And yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
That's the one I usually go for because it's just the most wacky.
I like that. I feel like the first one, what is it called again?
Anathor Corpus.
Yeah, Anathor Corpus. I feel like that's a good for on the go as well. Because you just crunch it down, right?
Yeah, you just make like a pemmican from hell and just slam it in your face. Go,
yeah,
and just flex really hard.
Yeah, I honestly love that. I think it's hilarious.
Just the most cursed Cliff bars.
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's fun.
Yeah. Alchemical formulae that are counterfeiting traditional disciplines are done one step down from the alchemical rating of the alchemist. So yes, you can brew alchemical things that mimic actual vampire disciplines. So if you're a Thinblood character and you're like, man, this one discipline's like super helpful, I just want to have it on tap, you can.
Cool.
You just have to remember that. So like, for example, if you're wanting to counterfeit a level 2 vampire discipline, you need to have at least 3 dots in alchemy. So you need to be like one step above what you're brewing.
Right. Okay.
So until they give us books for 6 dots, you can only go up to 4.
Still, you have such a wide range. So
yeah, and you can keep collecting formulae too. So like, you can get a little book going. Cookbook.
Do you buy formulae like you do every formulae like you do discipline? Essentially, you have to pay the
Similar.
XP?
We can get into that in just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Formulae also can only be activated once per turn, kind of like disciplines. So once activated, the alchemist will roll their distillation roll, which is determined by which brewing method you choose, and then whatever bonuses go along with that. The alchemist uses their hunger rating at the time of activation for this roll, even if the formulae was prepped in advance.
Okay.
Which I think is fun, witchy, like, oh, it's tied to you because of your blood. So if you're in a bad mood and you need a Snickers, then this roll might go sideways.
Cool.
Huzzah. I do recommend writing down the bonuses and minuses for specific brews when they are activated, just so you know what the pool should be. So if you're playing like a Fixicato character and you're like, oh yeah, I did this in my lab with the good equipment and the good equipment, just make a note of whatever that vial is. It's like, it's this plus whatever.
Right.
So, because, dear God, that kicked me in the dick so many times.
Question, and we might touch this later.
Yeah.
But could you like Fixiato and then specialize in it? Like, okay, look, I'm not at home in a proper science lab, but I have this briefcase. It's my lab.
Yeah.
So like you'd get your bonus if you got your briefcase, but you wouldn't necessarily get your bonus if you were in an actual lab when you were working. Is that just something like you talk over with your storyteller, or is that something you like actually buy into?
If I remember right, there is in the book a suggestion for like a traveling like lab kit of sorts.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of material written in the books for like these kind of DIY homebrew. It looks like kind of like a meth lab, or it gets into, the people get into like molecular gastronomy, or the people that get way too into coffee and they make these like weird science tubes. So like it kind of it kind of depends on how hard the paint you want.
Yeah.
Like if you have a Thinblood that's like, well, I used to make soap, now I do
I'm
this.
just gonna make soap. It's still soap.
It's blood soap. I have to eat it to get the ability.
I don't. Oh God, sorry.
I would be worried about the flavor, but everything tastes like ash anyway, so...
Yeah, it's fair. No, I just remember the classic bit of...
Maybe not to a Thinblood.
That's true. That's true.
Just, they can eat the soap.
That's true. Sorry, just Trixie and Katya having an episode talking, and Kaji's like eating a macaroon. She's like, "Why does this taste like soap?" And Trix's like, "It is soap. It's like a display." And they just
Perfect.
left that in the episode. And I'm like,
Perfect.
sometimes somebody's like, "I'm eating soap." I've just let that horrified Kaji halfway through a soap macaron. Anyways, successes required may differ from the chart on page 283. Because again, Magic the Gathering rules. Read the thing. Sometimes things are different. Otherwise, the standard is if you do your distillation roll, if you get 2 successes, it go, but it's weak and fucky, or it might be delayed. Something go awry. You might be blue. I don't know.
I like the idea of delayed. That sounds fun. Of like, you're expecting it to work now.
Nothing happens.
Cool. It'll hit you. Don't worry. It will hit you. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
And then storyteller's like, in the middle of your turn, you're like, and you have super strength suddenly.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Just like behind that, Steve Screen rolls a die and goes, "All right, I'm going to wait that many turns."
Yep.
Or that many actions.
Right. Total.
So if you get at least 4 successes, works normal, everything great. If you get 6
Cool.
successes, the effect is increased. Maybe bonus effects.
And that's any effect.
Yes.
So you could accidentally grab something from like a step down discipline in a different tree as well.
Well, it's like it just left it vague as like bonus effect or increased effect. So it could be you brewed it and you got 6 successes. So if it's one that increases your strength, you get a extra bonus die, or it lasts for the entire night as opposed to a scene, or it's like, hey, your strength is good, but so is your dex.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's just a lot of room for activities here.
Activities.
How to do the learning of an alchemy. How does one do this?
I asked that earlier.
You did. I had a segment. So not all Thinbloods start off knowing. You don't wake up and just go, I know Thinblood Alchemy.
It's not like Neo.
No, unfortunately, no.
Dang it.
And I will say that due to how variable doing Thinblood Alchemy is, you can have a wide range of how good different characters are at doing said activity, and it'll depend on some sort of combination of their attributes, their skills, various merits and flaws, because you can get Thinblood merits and flaws that make you like better at this or worse than this, and so
Cool.
if you really want to be like, I do alchemy and that's all I do, I want to do the fuck out of this,
Yeah.
you gotta kind of pay attention to how you're building your boy.
Right.
So, to learn a level of Thinblood Alchemy, it costs XP, 5 per level, like a normal discipline, like it's in Clan, which includes, at every new level, you get 1 free formulae.
Okay, like blood sorcery.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is dope. If you want to learn more formulae and go wide, that has a time cost and an XP cost, which is 3 XP per level of formulae. So if you want to learn level 2 formulae, it's 6. Level 3, it's 9.
And you can only get those
Once
of
you,
what you are at or below.
Yeah.
Of course.
Basically. So kind of like the rituals for Oblivion and Blood Sorcery.
Cool.
Which is nice because it's like, parallel. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Formulae can be learned either from the pre-generated within the canon. In the books, there are loads. Thinblood Alchemies in all the books. There's some in the comics from Winter's Teeth.
They're all over the place.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
I believe the Paradox Wiki has the most succinct list of everything currently.
Sounds
as
right.
of date of recording.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot. But if you have just the core book and the player's guide, you got a good chunk. And if you have the core book and just blood sigils, you have a good chunk of them. So if you have all 3, you have most of the ones that have been printed, outside of some just like oddly specific things.
Right.
So
cool.
Huzzah. Though, when you are in character learning these things, you need to figure out with your ST through what means your Thinblood is learning these, whether they have a teacher, they found notes, they're doing self-study, they've found research forums on the internet. Yeah, this is not something that's like inherent to the power of your blood. You actually have to like go seek this out, so you need to like, that's part of your game.
I know.
Yeah.
I love it so much, but the way Thinblood Alchemy is working in this is feeling a lot like how Caldenism used to work, where it's like, no, you have to, this is your life. If you want to be really good at it, this is what you do. You got to go on adventures to get better at this. That's the goal.
Yeah.
know?
in Blood Sigils, they talk about how there's like Thinblood Alchemy cook-offs where they're like competing against each other on who's better at making things.
Cute. Love it.
And like doing recipe swaps. So if you want to have like a weird Thinblood potluck.
Right.
Thinblood potluck.
Thinblood potluck.
Do it.
That's
It's
fun.
going to be funny.
That's fun.
You also have the option of creating your own custom formulae, because we got to add more bullshit
Of course not.
to the pot.
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah. So if you go to Blood Sigils, pages 84 to 86, they got all the rules for that.
Cool.
I'm not going to go super in detail. I'm just going to do a quick vibe check, because that's kind of what making a Thinblood Alchemy formula is, mostly a vibe check.
Right.
So, step 1, goals and vibes. Alchemy is new, and you can go a bit nuts and wacky because you're not tied to any particular, like, academic or cultural tradition. So, have fun.
Hell yeah.
Get weird with it. Thinblood Alchemy controls states of being, meaning it can shift and flux the user or the materials around it in ways that other disciplines might not be able to. So think outside the box. I have a little quote if one of you wants to read.
Think of Thinblood sorcery as Newtonian, predictable equations that reveal the universe. Thinblood Alchemy is relativistic quantum chemistry that almost makes sense and sometimes bends the universe rather than reveal it. That's from Blood Sigils on page 85.
Yeah, so that's kind of the big thing between Thinblood Alchemy and Thinblood sorcery. That's kind of the big deal. And reading that the first time was kind of a what moment, because so sorcery is because a lot of blood sorcery is tied into either like hermetic practices or like Islamic cultural practices.
Mm-hmm.
It's steeped in a tradition. This is the way it is done. If you're able to make something new, you're kind of having to like force equations or things to bend the way you want them to, as opposed to Thinblood Alchemy, where you're like quite literally just I make it go. It do thing, just give fuck. It go thing.
It's a bit more chaos magic-y.
Yeah.
You just try it, see what happens.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Speaking of which,
what's the worst that could happen?
I think I'm doing a little Anathor Corporis over here right now. I've been drinking this off-brand grapefruit soda, and I drank a lot more of that throat spray than you did.
Uh-oh.
My stomach.
Do you need to go to the restroom?
No, I don't need to go to the restroom. It's just not happy.
Okay, cool.
I could like kind of, I've been able to feel it as it's going down.
Rough.
I mean, I was reading the ingredients.
Oh.
And it is 68% cane alcohol.
Oh.
With water, and then some acacia root, sage aerial parts, and St. John's wort. So
Jesus Christ.
I'm inventing new Thinblood Alchemy
right now in the
right
studio
here.
as we record.
Wow.
Cool. Which on that note, I like this because I thought it was an interesting like bend into mage a little bit.
Yeah.
But in vampire,
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like, what's your power? I
make shit up.
Whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm God. Fuck you. So, if you have a friend that's like, I would like to try Diet Mage, honestly, I might chuck Thinblood at them just to be like, yeah, see what he does.
Yeah.
Maybe he blows himself up. Who knows?
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So step 2, ingredients. Pick items that make sense by leaning into the resonance of the blood being used for your creation. You could also research occultic meanings or lean into the pure vibes of things. Go nuts.
So literally anything from what I described earlier with the spinny mop bucket to like drawing circles on the ground and boiling the blood in a cauldron.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Like for our game that we did in the Blank Body server, I took a whack at making a formulae with Ash just to kind of like get a try at it because I wanted to see how the mechanics went. And for the Thinblood Alchemy of, I'm going to call it Nightmare Dream Tea.
Yay.
Nightmare Tea.
Good stuff.
Where I was like, I need to talk to a Lasombra guy. I know he likes to live in the abyss. What if I just like, I drank this fucked up tea, and then during my day sleep, I just astral projected myself into the abyss to go find his ass.
There you go.
So I just made this horrifying nightmare concoction where I was like, grabbing like lantern black and other just weird fucky spooky things that kind of aligned with the abyss and then whacked it into a tea and then I drank it and went to bed.
Sounds fun.
Oh, it was bedtime.
That sounds like a great time. Sounds like you had a blast.
That's when I woke up and had the little imp thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that like kind of like lived in my body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got me thinking though, you mentioned it earlier though. How would you go about making a Thinblood concoction that made the drinker explode?
Okay, the question is like, what kind of explosion? Are we wanting to implode or explode?
I was thinking pop, like a real wet balloon.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Pop rocks.
So
Coke.
Yes.
Blood.
Mentos and Coke.
Yeah, Mentos, Diet Coke, blood.
What resonance though do we think? Caloric maybe for the energy?
Yeah.
Caloric, blood, Mentos, Coke. Another nightmare thing. Kids don't do this. Drano and aluminum.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Shake
the
it.
works. The works and aluminum works
Yeah.
is fine too.
Yeah. Just like horrifying nightmare. Like if they don't explode, this is going to kill them.
Yeah. Even if you fail the alchemy roll, they're not gonna have a good time.
No, they're not.
See, I think it'd be fun to make a concoction like that, but you brew it in a person, and then you just be like, "Oh, you need a bite to eat?
Here you go." Oh
Have
no.
a sip of Greg."
Have a sip of Greg.
I'm sorry, I was just
And then
imagining.
Boom.
Wait, does Greg explode or does
No,
the
the
person...
vampire explodes.
The
I mean,
Vampire.
Greg explodes with the vampire, right?
No, Greg's fine.
Yeah.
Greg's got an upset tummy from drinking all of that.
Well, I'm
Drano,
saying-
but
But he
like-
also
I'm
had
saying-
all the vampire blood to heal him
yeah,
up.
that's
so.
true. That would balance him out.
See, my concern, though, is the force of the vampire exploding while he chews on Greg.
Oh,
That's my thought. Like, remember how I had to do the math for the mortar?
yeah,
Or not the mortar, the claymore?
yeah,
I'm thinking that style of...
yeah. You're
this
not
kindred
wrong.
is now a bomb.
I was imagining, you know that scene in Shrek where Princess Fiona's singing with the bird and the bird sings too high and explodes.
Mm,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Just pet.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah, like I said, more
But
like
it's
a
just
balloon.
kind of wet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like,
That's
I don't know
fun.
if it would damage anything. It just destroy whoever's
Whoever's in it. Yeah, okay. Or it's in.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is so dumb. I love it. Oh, 10 out of
Just-
10. Oh, God. Also, you can go nuts with however many ingredients you want to use and what amounts for, like, whatever you're deciding to do when you design this formulae. The book recommends keeping it around 5 items with no more than 2 types of blood resonances. So, like, I would count the blood as one of the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
And I would guess that the more intense the higher dot, the
Yeah.
more intense you need to be about
Yes.
making it.
yes. Step 3, maths. Set what the distillation rolls will be, the duration, the rouse check, the boring stuff.
Yeah,
Set that.
The crunch.
Yes, the crunch. Step 4, dots. Set what the power scaling of your formulae would be. So this is where you get to go like, okay, what dot level is this? Like, how intense do we need to make sure the ingredients are? We need how oddly specific. Because with blood sigils, there's some rituals and blood sorceries where an ingredient you need requires you to do a ritual prior to create the thing,
I like that.
which is super fun. Because
Yeah.
I was looking up
Stacking
one.
rituals on top of each other, essentially.
Yeah, because I was looking at one Thinblood formulae, and it required me to have a fire salamander, and not like, the fire salamander, little red and black, like cute little guy.
Yeah.
No, the magical one. You gotta like make one in a fire pit somewhere first,
Oh, cool.
and then you get to do this thing.
And then you got to take it and you got to throw it in the pot.
Yeah, so if
Okay.
you want to get real convoluted.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
And then there you go, wham bam, thank you ma'am. It done.
Cool.
So question, can a regular vampire drink Thinblood Alchemy concoctions? The answer is yes.
Yay.
We almost did that. Ken
Yeah.
gave you a lot of money to work on one.
I was trying really hard.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah, no, like behind the scenes, I was like doing rolls and being like, I gotta do this. Because while the Thin Blood I was playing was a fucking cunt, I decided to play them very autistic. So, like, no, I said I was gonna do this.
I'm gonna make it happen.
I
I like that you didn't, and as we thought, like, you couldn't do the Thinblood Alchemy anymore.
Mhm.
It was my favorite that it was like, well, Ken has stuck his prince. He didn't want it, but he's here.
Mhm.
Here's a little Thinblood guy. Teach him alchemy. Now he's gonna do the thing. All right.
I'm like, okay.
He's your Padawan.
Ugh.
It was fun.
No, it was a good
It was
wrap
fun.
of the story where it's like, yeah, you need a tutelage this person. I'm just sitting here going, I hate this. He's full of hope. I hate it. Anywho, I will say for having a regular vampire drink a Thinblood Alchemy potion concoction, whatever the fuck. 1, be aware that depending on the merits of the thin blood, the vampire risks forming a blood bond with the thin blood.
Oh,
Because usually thin blood's no blood bonds.
yeah.
You can't get merits to do that.
Mhm.
So if that is something that's an ick because of lines and veils or whatever, make sure that's not like a surprise. You got drugged and now you're feeling like your best friends.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would suck. Be aware that depending on your brewing methods, the thin blood may have to offer up their precious mortals or they themselves to a vampire.
Okay, we're good.
So if you go with the first two brewing methods, either you're gonna have to be like, oh yeah, you want me to share a formula with you? Cool. I'm gonna have to like snort a line of like crushed bath salts, and then you're gonna bite me.
Okay.
And that has all the fun of
All of
whatever, however spicy your vampire's built.
Right.
So it's like, hey, it's Thinblood. Do you trust this guy enough to bite you and stop?
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Yeah, that's spooky. Or worse, one of your best friends.
Yeah.
Because you can do the spicy thing where you're like, oh yeah, well I have some mortals that are like, I got stuff going, I got stuff cooking, it's fine, but then like these are my favorites, and by favorites I mean these are my touchstones.
Eesh.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd be brewing up concoctions in my touchstones.
I wouldn't.
Not the wisest idea,
I feel
but
like that's
for
a
the
good
plot.
way to get stains.
But for the plot though.
But for the plot.
But for the plot,
Yeah, for the plot, it's good.
it's good. And then
And a great way to get stains.
great way to get stains. And also a great way for me as a storyteller going, oh, you did what now? Cool, what's in them? I now have to make a convoluted plot reason for a vampire to come and try to, like, take your human because they realized that if they drink from this human in particular, they stronk. So they, like, steal your human, but then you, because you're not able to re-up them on the formulae, you know, they're like, and
Yeah.
normal. And then...
This vampire's got your best buddy.
yeah, and now they're, like, shaking them going, make it go good! What the fuck? Or they like throw him back at you and be like, fix him.
Yes. Ooh.
You're just like, what the fuck? Other beware. Beware, quote unquote, formulae that depends on a Thinblood Alchemy rating. Use 5 minus the true vampire's blood potency, but never more than the alchemy rating of the cook. There are some formulae that when you're doing a check or a difficulty or something, it's like, this is based on the rating of the alchemist's Thinblood Alchemy rating. If a vampire is taking it and the MTG formulae card says, use the Thinblood Alchemist thing. Nope. You start at 5 and then you minus however many their blood potency is. And that's the number you go with. But that number also cannot be higher than the alchemy rating of the cook.
Okay.
There's a lot of baby's first algebra equations that end up happening with the like Thinblood Alchemy things, which I think's really fun and really like thematic.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make fun reading for script, so I kind of tried to skip as much of that as possible.
Cool.
Because no one likes me reading equations out loud. That sucks. So, also, be aware of side effects.
Side effects?
Yes. This is an optional rule set that randomizes consequences and complications for regular vampires partaking in Thinblood Alchemy.
Oh.
It's super fun.
I like it.
This can range from health damage, discipline dysfunctions, frenzy, or bonding issues that can last for up to 4 hours. That part's a joke.
Yeah.
On the 4 hours. I just was writing what could happen and just felt like a drug commercial.
This is good.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. You can
Discipline dysfunctions.
literally, there's multiple
Interesting.
different types of discipline dysfunctions where it's like, yeah, your disciplines just don't work.
Right, or they work wrong.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Or worse, you get to feel what it's like to be like a Thinblood for a little bit.
Yikes.
Or the other form of bonding issues is temporarily like, you can't form blood bonds for a bit. Or you really love this Thinblood for like an hour. They're your bestest buddy. It's like you're bonded to them.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you want to add more chaos at your table, I fucking love the side effects table. It's fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, having played in a couple of games with Thinbloods, every time you have one Thinblood in a party of vampires, the vampires are eventually going to want to sip whatever the potions are. They're going to want to fucking do it.
It's true.
So they're going to want the sip. And there's some potions where it encourages it because they're buffs.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what the situation is, it might be useful to be like, oh, hey, well, like, you know, Charlie's really strong, but we need him even stronger. Fuck it. I got this go juice. Fuck it.
Here you go, Charlie.
Yeah. And then he's just like, you're my best friend. And you're just like,
I'm really glad that you like me so much. You know who made fun of me the other day? That door.
Yeah. It's like, we'll talk about this later. Which it does, right? If the bonding thing happens, you do have the complication of the bonding ending and the vampire realizing what happens. And then they just get really fucking
Awkward.
mad or awkward about it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so it's fantastic shenanigans. So now's the time for the awkward the awkward part of the Thinblood bullshit.
Oh,
and I'm so
no.
sorry. Do you want to read the question?
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
Can vampires produce offspring? Can they make a baby? Can they give birth?
Like through fucking?
Yeah?
Kinda.
Oh.
So now we can talk about damn fears.
Could you make a Thinblood Alchemy to get someone pregnant?
Yes.
Wait, can you...
There's nothing stopping you.
All right.
Huh.
There's nothing stopping you from just being your one-man fertility clinic.
Would you have to
come
like?
up with the worst?
Would you have to
potions.
re-up them every like once a week? Re-up them on
Depends
the
on how
alchemy?
you write the formulae.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is why we put the content warning at the beginning of the episode.
So first of all, we find our target. We get the Zamitzi in the party to give them a womb. Then the Thinblood creates up a potion to fertilize it.
Yeah. Well, there is like
Perfect.
the Thinblood Alchemy that lets people have their preferred body,
Yeah.
which is cool. I like that they changed that particular formula in the book a bit, because it was the, hey, we're going to change your gender specifically, and that's all this does. And then there's been some errata. Now it's like, hey, you get to have your preferred body, which I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
So, because
That's neat.
that allows people to like, hey, if you in game want to do it to transition story,
Here you
cool,
go.
you can.
Yeah.
But it's not.
You don't have to play Zamitzi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could that
Or
could,
no one.
Yeah, that could be
Yeah.
like the one Thinblood in the city that's kept safe is because they figured that one out, and they're like helping vampires that are like stuck in kid bodies
Yeah, that's great.
become adults, like physically,
Yeah.
or people that are like having a gender dysphoria or whatever kind of dysphoria with their bodies.
Mhm.
Just want to lose 5 pounds.
Yeah, they're just like, no, I like my body, but I got embraced a little chunky
Yeah, I just want to slim down for this upcoming
for Elysium.
Elysium. Yeah,
Love it.
You
you're
see,
like a
when I was-
personal trainer.
Yeah, you see, when I was embraced, it was like the hot thing to be like a little, like, got a little weight around the middle. Showed that you're like, you're well fed and, had money.
Wealthy.
Yeah. Now I'm just a fat fuck. No one likes us. I'm not trying to equate dysphoria with that kind of thing. But, like, I like that it opened it up for more utility, but also wasn't trying to, like, make light of what could be potentially, like, a serious situation for people. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of making light of a serious situation for people, damn fears. This bullshit.
Oh, man.
This fucking bullshit. It's
Vampire Hunter D.
basically. So this is something that like comes from Old World, is in the Time of Thinblood's book, but because of like how Thinblood stuff is written in V5, it's like this could be a plot, I guess, if you want, or I don't see why this couldn't be more of a plot problem or something happening in the city, or something that like vampires are afraid about because of masquerade problems. That doesn't involve like a henna plot, if you don't want to get into weird Bible prophecies, but this is some convoluted bullshit. So, a damn fear. A human-like being that is born from both vampire and mortal. They produce blood like a typical human, while their body also consumes blood to power their supernatural gifts.
Okay. So they burn their own blood?
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting.
They just get really sleepy after a fight
Some can.
because they don't have any more blood to go to their brain.
Or they can only do like a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
What few vampire abilities most Dampiers have, they can only learn and use up to the first level of disciplines. All Dampiers can walk in sunlight with no issues. It seems what few of the highest generations that can successfully procreate are only able to, like, carry them to term half the time.
Huh.
Which is, like, a important detail, but also, like, kind of,
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, it's the way it's written, it does kind of make sense, where it's like the curse of Cain with vampire blood is just so antithetical to life that it just makes the body really hostile to support life like that.
Right.
So a vampire who might be trying is gonna have a lot of problems, but also like could also just be very mentally not well.
Yeah.
Or you could have a Thinblood who like doesn't know and they just think they have fertility issues, and then they make a Dampier have no idea, and then the Dampier hits teenagers, and then they're just like, oh, I got powers because I'm in a YA novel now. What the fuck? I don't know. It's one of those like a lot of really good story here, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Per the research done by Dr. Netchurch, because he keeps coming back, there's an account of a 15th gen vampire who had sex and successfully cared to term a child, so it's canon that this has happened at least once.
Oh.
Okay.
The subject, known as Michael Smith, quote unquote, tested successfully as a revenant, but he constantly claimed he was born from a vampire mother and a mortal father. And he's like, I'm not a revenant, I'm not a ghoul, I don't know what the fuck I am, but, this is what my parents told me.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Netchurch, being the good researcher, is like, I'm gonna go follow up with investigations. So according to Michael Smith, he reported that he always felt wrong or different, but otherwise considered themselves immortal until they found out that his bio mom was a vampire.
Whoops.
Whoopie poodle. Netchurch continued his investigations to verify the teenager's stories, but his mother had been executed by the local scourge before he was able to be interviewed for scientific study.
Dang.
So the only verified case of this happening in the canon can't be fully verified.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those, like,
Something's going on.
something's going on.
Yeah.
So if you want to explore that for whatever reason at your table, I'm not going to tell you no. There's more notes about that kind of stuff in Time of Thinblood. It's stuff that, like, gets hinted about in 5th edition where, you know, people are like, oh my god, there's 14th, 15th, and there's occasionally a 16th. What if it goes 17? And it's like, what if people get so thinned out? Like, what happens?
Right.
And I'm like, that's an interesting story. That could also be potentially extraordinarily heavy. I don't know if people want to deal with that.
Fuck. What happens if you get to 20th?
Yeah, what does happen?
I don't either. That's wild.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's like...
sad, probably.
Probably sad. Speaking of sad...
Or unnoticeable.
Yeah, it's like so little that you're just like, I'm really anemic, and sometimes I'm a bitch.
Sometimes.
So it's just me.
And
I found like
drinking
a little blood just chills me out.
Yeah. It's like, I just really like rare states, like the obla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's
like
up.
Like a blood sausage, blood pudding.
Every once in a while, I, break the hammer I'm using.
We're just describing me, and it's very upsetting. Especially because I'm back on the medication that makes me more UV sensitive, so it's like... bullshit. I can't, like, if I stand next to a window for too long, I'm fucked. It's so dumb. Anyway, so it's extra sad. The current canon events for Thinbloods. Currently, there's a lot going on, but it's mostly like being hunted down and exterminated by the Camarilla.
That's a pretty big one. Takes up a lot of their time.
Yeah. Being used for their skills and abused within a system that abhors them.
Also takes up a lot of their time.
Yeah, or they're totally lost and have no clue what's even going on.
Oh, wow. That's a bummer.
So, there's a lot of cool story options, but there's no, like, organization, really. Mm-hmm. So, again, there's a lot of room for activities here.
Yeah, I like the idea of, like, you're Thinblood, you're newly embraced, and part of your story is literally just finding your community of, like, where are the other fucking Thinbloods?
Yeah.
I just think... Yeah. I'm sure it's a very common story for Thinbloods, but I think while being a trope, it's a good one. It's a good trope.
One. It's also, like, as a veteran player, I really enjoyed playing Thinblood because it's, like, vampire on hard mode. So if you're somebody who's like played vampire for a long time and you're just like, I'd like shake things up a bit, I'm like, honestly, playing a Thinblood in a Camarilla game, fucking fascinating.
Yeah, better make yourself useful.
Yep. It's like you got to be really good at politics or like get really good into things and I really liked kind of like the moral questions and the story beats we had as a party with, y'all doing vampire things and then I'm just in here going like, I'm branded. Like I can't
go do that.
Yeah. They're just like, hey, like, oh yeah, we're investigating things. And I'm just like, okay, dude, I have to be at court in the morning because the only reason I'm alive is because I cover all of your masquerade breaches in the county coroner, which means I have to go to court and testify. I have to lie about fake results that I am faking, which is like undermining my oath to do justice and serve the community. And I have to be up at 7 a.m. to go testify, and I don't want to get cross-witnessed. I haven't slept in 3 days.
But we're going to this haunted mall. You might see some ghosts.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'll keep you alive, I promise.
Just shotguns another monster.
As long as I'm alive, you're alive. I mean, I'm kind of dead, but like...
Is this living, though?
Kind of.
That's what we're trying to figure out, man.
That's fair. That's Sarah breaking character. Usually the response was just a very tired...
Fine.
Okay. Just gonna drink this coffee angrily in the background and just pray no one noticed me.
I think one of my favorite things about that game specifically, sorry listeners to just keep talking about our game that you weren't there for, but one of the dynamics that I liked a lot was guys, I am a Thinblood, I can't go there, there are other kindred there, and us constantly being like, no, we will keep you safe. And you're like, how? And we're like, just trust us, we'll do it. And you're like, but how? I need some details here.
Yeah, I need exit routes. I need to know what the fuck's going on. The amount of times they're just like, yeah, we're gonna go into combat. And I'm just sitting there going like,
excuse me?
I think they both in and out of character forgot how squishy I am. And also, I'm a scientist. I have no combat skills.
Okay, my character is an exit route.
Yeah.
That's true. You never explained that to me in character, though.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think he demonstrated it a couple times.
He did eventually, but for a long time, just Data was like, I have... This
did-
guy is a drug dealer, and that's all I know.
We did successfully avoid combat for a little while in that game, mostly because I think we were just very scared of the things that were going on around us.
Which is valid.
But anyway,
Yeah. Speaking of valid, there's no real alive canon super major Thinblood leadership. There's like some cult stuff going on, but I wouldn't say there's like this is the king of the Thinbloods.
right. If you walked into a Camarilla city and you saw a Thinblood primogen, you'd probably poop your pants.
Well, depends. There is. I don't know if you played Shadows of New York or Critters of New York. Any of those. There actually is a Thinblood primogen in the game.
Oh, cool.
He's just a guy in like a tracksuit.
Okay.
He's just got a family, and you go talk to him, and every time he's like, "My wife's inside. Get this quick."
Shut up. That's fun. That's fun.
So it's like, it can be done. And it's one of those, like, not sure if he has that position because he's useful and the court's just, like, trying to keep him, like, super locked in place, or if they're being dicks, or if somebody's, like, trying to be kind of progressive, or, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, if we put this figurehead up, the other Thinbloods will shut the fuck up.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
you know.
Fair enough.
But, there are a couple of lore sheet things for Thinbloods. There is student of, Kieran, Tonk?
Tonk, you say.
Tonk.
Taunk. Tonk.
Tonk.
Basically, if you pick up this lore sheet, you are connected to the legacy of Kieran, a pioneer in Thinblood Alchemy whose work from the 1990s revolutionized many practices. Unfortunately, they are dead now.
Bummer.
Different levels provide quicker creation formulas, the ability to use your skills in social situations, access to formula, status among Anarchs Camarilla, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so if you really want to get into Thinblood Alchemy, like Hard the Paint, that one's, like, kind of fantastic.
Cool.
There's also a lore sheet for the Ashfinders if you want to be in that cult.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
It's in Children of the Blood, page 103.
Great.
Yes.
Because that's a real good time.
Hell yeah. Thinbloods.
Thinbloods.
Woo!
Blood.
Yes. So I tried, guys. I was just like, I did spend an inordinate amount of time reading about like Damphirs and vampire fucking and just being like, I need to edit this down. Because there's so much plot around like, oh no, the two Thinbloods will unite and they'll make a child with the crescent both mark, and that's the son of Gehenna. Yeah, and then I don't know. Oops, All Thinblood game could be fantastic.
Could be a lot of fun.
Until two of them get pregnant. And then Gehenna starts.
And then Gehenna starts.
Great job, guys. We have to finish our game because you just caused Gehenna.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's like kind of like the creative thing where it's like you can have about as much fun as you want with this as you're willing to put like energy in to like make it wacky. I've yet to have a game where there was a Thinblood player character where that character wasn't extraordinarily useful and like no one's ever hampered the game or really fucked anything up by playing a Thinblood as opposed to a regular vampire.
I agree.
Which is like fun.
I feel like we're at our final thoughts, right?
Yes.
That's where we're at?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
good. I feel like it's funny. I feel like every time we do a clan deep dive, I go, I want to play this clan. I haven't played it before, but I want to play this clan.
Yeah.
And this is no exception.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Thinblood Alchemy. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the idea of a vampire not knowing they're a vampire. And I think Thinbloods are probably the best way to do that.
Yeah.
I particularly like the idea of being able to make your own.
Yeah, that definitely like opens it up and makes it a little bit more wonky.
Yeah, and you also have like the plot options of a vampire in the city. It's like, oh, I heard you're a Thinblood, and some of you can do alchemy.
Can you do that?
Can you do a thing?
And then you got to decide whether or not you're going to tell them.
Yeah, because not gonna lie, the thing with your Toreador Ken being like, hey, could you make a formula where I can like go be in the sun for a little bit because like I miss life. It was like really cute and sad. And it's just like, okay, dude, that's nuts.
That's a tough one, buddy.
It's just like you realize how much like research and time, and he's just like, done. I don't care. Here, just blank check. Go.
Yep.
Do it.
That's how it was.
And it's just like, okay, I guess that means then I'm gonna be kept safe because I'm like the only option for this. And you're like, yes, you're literally.
I got you.
Just like, oh, okay. What do you mean by that, though?
Just kind of puts arm around. I got you. Okay, to be real though, let's be very fair.
Yeah.
I feel like of the people in that party, Ken was probably one of, personality-wise, the safer people to be around.
Oh, in the city? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he was an incredibly humane vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the people that watched him closely were not safe.
No, it was a problem.
Yeah, that was the issue.
Yeah, that's vampire for you.
That's vampire.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, just gonna do wacky. I think Thinblood might be a good option for if you're having friends come into World of Darkness that are more used to like fantasy games
Mm-hmm.
and they like wacky shit.
Oops.
Where it's like, hey, you have reasons to have some wacky shit, but mind you, there will be consequences. And you kind of
This-
like ease them into the consequence pool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I fucking love this. Everything that has been done for Thinbloods for 5th edition has been nothing but positive for me so far. So yeah,
It's been really cool. It was fun to play
Mm-hmm.
with a Thinblood in the coterie. I would like to play one.
ew,
They're pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
book yeah. Any final thoughts on her?
Yeah, like I said, I like the creative ability they have. I also like how kind of loose they are. They don't have like the deep history and lore baggage that comes with a lot of other clans. They have their own unique baggage, but
Yeah, you just go fucking nuts.
we just figure it out.
Yeah, or you can play just a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to know shit about Dick.
Just shows up to Elysium, sir. I don't know shit about Dick. I don't
This
know
is a
who
real
you
fancy
are.
place.
I'm very underdressed. Is this a black tie event? I'm sorry. I just,
Nobody told me.
I wore my nice Adidas.
Not the Adidas. Oh no. Oh, that's fantastic. Anyways,
I'll get the dunks next time.
thanks, Paralyze, for the music. You look so defeated when you said that. Holy shit.
Poor buddy.
Yeah, music's on Bandcamp. Go check them out. They're rad. They oot and they doot.
Yeah.
We have social medias. If type in Blank Bodies on Instagram, TikTok, or Blue Sky, we exist there. Keep eye out. We might have some posted stuff for PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh
be
my.
there. We're not hosting an event, but we'll be around.
We
We'll
work
physically be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're in Philly, go Birds, and if you see us, come say hi.
Yeah, please do.
We like seeing faces.
I will go hello.
Mhm.
Well, I won't. I can't guarantee I'll go hello, but I will greet you.
Yes.
Greetings.
Yeah.
I'll
Hello,
have-
fellow human.
I have to redistribute the corn tub stickers, so we all have some. So if
Yeah.
you see one of us, you can get one of the tub stickers.
Hell yeah, special edition.
Hell yeah. Special edition. I saw them in Meat Space. I got a sticker. Which also, thanks to your patrons, we've been able to buy merch. We have a merch store. We got shirts. We're getting stuff sent to printers for the pre-order that will be closed, and having the store restocked for the holidays. So if you want to buy cool merch,
Yay!
go to blankbodies.com, click on the Ko-Fi link for the merch store.
I fucking dare you.
Yes.
Also, you can just send that link to your family members so
Yes.
they know what to get you for Christmas.
truly,
True.
the holidays.
You could find us under your tree.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh,
God.
how fun would that be?
Just rocking a thaumatussie for a New Year's party, though. the
God
swag.
damn, yes.
God damn.
All right, y'all. If you play or listen, that's the word I was listening or saying. God damn, I can't talk.
You're good.
Hold on, pause. If you're listening and you go to a fucking party and you got one of our shirts and you take a picture and you put it in the Discord, I'm not going to give you anything, but it'd be cool to see it.
Yeah. Well, we have a selfies channel in the community Discord, which is free.
Yeah.
If you're our patron, you get some banner tags and some channels to come talk to us about what you're doing, and we ask you questions about the show. You get a bonus episode every month,
Woo.
and we also have polls to help us decide on how the show go.
Yeah, that's why Thinbloods were the very, very last. Funny enough.
Yeah. We also have interview series. We have a special thing coming up for the end of year. A little Christmas surprise.
Ooh.
Little Christmas surprise.
It's a Primbus.
Primbus.
Primbus Surprise.
Surprise. Mo Chrysler. I'm so tired.
Yay. X-Blast.
Just the deep ache within my tendons and bones is like impressive.
Mm.
You ever hurt so much you just kind of stare into the middle distance and go, wow!
I didn't know it could feel this bad.
Yeah, just like, ah.
A couple times. Not very often.
I'm becoming an Eric Andre bit. Like, holy shit. This is crazy, dog. Anyways, if you have a cool project and you want to talk to us about it,
Hit us up.
the Gmail, Blank Bodies Gmail. We will talk to you about your cool shit. We will be taking our annual December holiday break, but that will give us time to collect and get things ready for a new Arise from the grave. Hekata New Year. I don't know how long that's gonna last, dog. Gonna be honest.
Bleh. It might be Hekata year.
It shouldn't be Hekata year, but there'll definitely be a couple of weeks of Italian spaghetti finger pinches.
I'll start practicing my accents.
Maybe we can make some sort of pasta.
Do we just get a box of cannolis on that recording week?
Cannolis.
I do like a cannoli. That's the only Italian pastry I could think of at the top of my
That's
head.
fair.
We need to leave.
There are many. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do something.
Yeah, get us out of here,
everyone. Thanks for listening. It was a lot of fun to hang out with you. Anyway, Thin Bloods are neat.
Yes.
You should probably play one.
Do it.
Or make your friend play one.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Oh, dude, tiramisu.
Oh, tiramisu's
fuck
fucking
yeah.
sick.
That's
Dude,
Italian.
we'll do tiramisu when we do Hekata.
Or cornetto.
I don't know what a
What's a
cornetto is.
You mean the ice cream?
Mwah!